So hey guys, welcome to part 4, the final part of my shows, documentaries, and documentary series I've seen over the course of my recovery. Like I said, this is the last segment just because I have one more show to talk about with you guys that's currently on Netflix. You can currently stream it on Netflix right now if you wish to after this video is finished. And that is Cobra Kai Season 3. I know Season 4 is currently in development, so I kind of had to get caught up with Cobra Kai because I had to finish up Season 3 while I was recovering from surgery. So in Cobra Kai season 3, you guys, it mostly is about kind of something that happened at the end of season 2. For those who haven't seen that yet, regarding a tragedy involving somebody who got hurt, somebody who ran away and is kind of on the search from police, and kind of all this stuff that happened at the end of season 2 regarding everybody getting in trouble, causing Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai, and I believe um, Eagle Fang Karate, I think is the new one that Johnny forms at one point in the show. Kind of all these different um, karate dojos got in trouble with this incident and how they're moving forward and trying to figure out how to still offer karate lessons for those who still want them. Throughout the course of the show, they're also trying to figure out how to get the All Valley tournament back since that's kind of been shut down based on the incident at the end of season 2. And we're trying to figure out all this stuff over the course of the show: who's betraying who, who's joining whose team. The show also really kind of decides and lets you decide too who's kind of the right and the wrong side of this. Is Cobra Kai really healthy for the brain for those who are involved with Cobra Kai? Is Miyagi-Do really as good as it's saying it is? And is Eagle Fang Karate kind of Johnny's way of kind of making up for all of this and finally going on the right track with his life while still kind of teaching karate to other students? All this is happening over the course of Cobra Kai Season 3. So overall, guys, I really enjoyed Cobra Kai Season 3. I will say right off the bat, kind of the unpopular opinion is, with me in particular, is I thought the middle of the show kind of dragged a little bit. It wasn't the best. I thought when they were kind of exploring Karate Kid Part 2 a lot and exploring kind of people from that movie, going back to that, it did kind of fall flat for me in that regard, but the show definitely picked up by a lot. I would say by the last 2 episodes of the season in particular. I thought I think it's 8 and 9 or 9 and 10 or whatever the run was, whatever the last 2 episodes were, I thought really picked up for the show a lot. I really enjoy the show. I've always been a huge Karate Kid fan, so I'm going to follow the show no matter where it goes. I really hope the best for Season 4. There's one character in particular I heard he was going to be in Season 4, making me all the more excited for it. And this person hasn't acted in anything in a while either, so that's another reason why I'm kind of excited to see it. But for my positive negatives of Cobra Kai Season 3, I thought there were some really cool and special moments that nod back to the earlier Karate Kid films. There's one character in this I actually wasn't expecting to come back. There was talks about this person coming back. This person is significant to the Karate Kid franchise, and they did bring this person back, and it was really cool to see it. It's not till the end of the show, so you got to watch all of Season 3 to kind of get the best out of this character. And there's other characters and scenarios and other places that they re-explore from those earlier Karate Kid films. And it's really cool and special. I really like when they nod back to those earlier Karate Kid films and they kind of show where people are today and things like that. Always a cool thing to watch in the Cobra Kai show. There's one character, once again, I can't spoil who it is, but the addition of this specific character, specifically in the last 2 episodes of Season 3, really brought this home for me. It really felt like something all the way back from that first Karate Kid film, made it very special. This character is very significant to both Johnny and Daniel, and they really brought the show to full force when this character showed up. Really cool that they brought her back. Yeah, you got to watch the whole show to know who I'm talking about. The use of teamwork that got applied to this season I thought was very useful. It was cool to see bad people join the good team, good people join the bad team. Johnny opening his studio now, so now we have Miyagi-Do, Cobra Kai, and now Eagle Fang Karate kind of going up against each other in like a triade competition kind of. So 3 competitions going at each other at once. Cool to see all the teamwork that got applied in this show. The growing development between Daniel and Johnny is always really interesting. I think the show has really figured out how to explore both Johnny and Daniel, how to explore their good and their bad side, how everything Daniel teaches isn't necessarily good, but is not necessarily bad either, how the things that Johnny's teaching his students are pretty bad, but there's also some good to it as well, and how Kreese, as usual, John Kreese, really is kind of bringing home all the bad to Cobra Kai and how that can mess with your head, but also exploring in this season too how some of the things that Cobra Kai is doing isn't quite as bad as what some of the other karate dojos are doing as well. So the show really clarifies that every dojo has its problems while also having its good sides as well, with Cobra Kai obviously having the least amount of good in it all. But another negative, but for negatives I have with the show, like I said, about mid-season in, felt like about the weakest point of the franchise for me. It did feel kind of slow. It took me a long time to get back to that mid-season portion of season 3. That's kind of where it dragged the most for me. It kind of came to a halt for a little bit, but then it brought back that one character that once again I can't bring up here, that really brought the show back to its full potential. Another negative I have with the show is I thought the whole Miguel recovering in a wheelchair thing took on longer than it should have. I think they really could have wrapped that up much earlier than they did. It really was kind of not very fun to watch as a viewer either, just watching him in this wheelchair, going through physical therapy and all this other stuff that I'm personally going through already with my own surgery, and watching this guy through it was just kind of miserable. I don't know if that was the point, but as a viewer it felt kind of miserable just kind of seeing this guy eventually work his way back to the Miguel that we all know and love. So one negative I have with the show as well is all the stuff where they go back to John Kreese when he was in the military. Like they show like a young Kreese through flashbacks. Some of the cutaways in that were very distracting. I thought it also didn't help build the tension in the show as much as they were intending to. And to be honest, I thought they really could have gone without it. I thought the whole Kreese in the military thing was really kind of stupid. It kind of felt like something from like one of the weaker Rambo sequels or something. I thought the cutaways with the younger Kreese was really just kind of annoying more than anything else. It's not that I don't care about John Kreese, it's just because he is a villain and because we're not supposed to like him. It felt kind of weird that we spent so much time with this series of flashbacks regarding a character we're not supposed to like. So kind of a weird creative choice for me. I thought the show would have done better without those cutaways. I also liked, well actually no, I didn't like this. I didn't like how they brought back certain segments and elements of Karate Kid Part 2. Some of it was kind of lame. Yeah, it was cool to see what Kamiko was up to over the years, Daniel's girlfriend from Part 2. Once they brought back Cho Zen, some of the stuff with him I thought was kind of lame. I thought they could have done something cooler with him. Maybe the whole point was that we expect these characters to kind of have the coolest lives ever after the series is done with. But I don't know, some of the stuff they did with Cho Zen I thought was kind of lame. Some of it didn't pay off as much as I thought it should have. It just kind of explores it for a little bit, and then it goes back into the show that we all know and love after that happens. And some of the stuff that happened at the town that Karate Kid Part 2 took place, and I also thought was kind of lame. Yeah, I get it that the town changed, and they want to show how it changed and things like that. It was kind of lame to me. I thought they didn't really have to explore it as much as they did. But overall, I'm going to give Cobra Kai Season 3 an 8.5 out of 10. It's great when it's great. Unfortunately, it's bad when it's bad. It does kind of feel like your least favorite Karate Kid sequel in the sense that there's things about it that you like, but there's things about it that you wish they kind of didn't do and could have done in one of like the better installments that you liked from the Karate Kid franchise. My personal favorite is still the first film and the third film, with 2 and 4 kind of being my least favorite in the franchise. But overall, as a season 3 for Cobra Kai, I was pretty happy with it for the most part, even though certain aspects of the show I thought could have been better than how they chose to play it out. So 8.5 out of 10 for me. I love certain aspects of Cobra Kai season 3. I just wish that certain aspects, like I mentioned in the negatives, could have been better in the show overall. So that's all I got for the stuff I've seen over the course of my recovery for you guys. I hope to go back to my regular format of reviewing after all these get posted. So I think I have the Candyman reboots coming up soon, Shang-Chi from Marvel, and a couple of other things. I hope we do all those in a regular format review so you don't have to see 8 parts of something or 4 parts of something, in this case of the documentary and show portion of this. I am going to try to go into my video descriptions for these and kind of label what happens in part 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all that kind of stuff for this, so that way if you're only interested in some of the titles I talk about, that way it will make it a little easier for you. Probably should have brought that up in an earlier video, but that's how that happens. So I will see you guys back here with hopefully regular format videos after all this stuff gets posted, and hopefully after you've seen all the stuff I've posted here as well.